Alright. Making sure I've got game volume this time, unlike my last Evil Within stream. Alright, Durrani here. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Still blown away by what transpired in the last video. I can't believe people have died. Liz, a couple of the Hardy Boys. I'm just blown away. Ruby not being the murderer like was suspected, and also quite possibly having let the murderer go, who was Cassia. I have trouble pronouncing her name. Cassia, I think it is. Having been played by Cassia. Framing Ruby for it, and going along with the Hardy Boys, and it's nuts. Anyway, if you want the details, you can always catch that video on YouTube and get the rundown. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue on, and I don't know how far I am now. I seriously thought I was reaching the end. Guess not. I was hurt, and thankfully got nursed back to health. Took a couple days. They even cleaned my room at the Whirling Rags. And even fixed the window. So we're starting off right where we left off. Newly replaced glass, shining in the morning light. And traffic outside, back in the world again. Oh, so the blockade might be down. That's another thing. Looks like the Stereo 8 player is fixed. There's a nice gleaming white tub. And the door's open. I can walk into Kim's room. Oh, I can walk into Kim's room. I'm going to check out Kim's room. What? Where does this even lead? Can I go in? There we go. Oh, that was Colassia's room. Oh, that's why it wasn't letting me click. Wow, he got the economy suite, it looks like. Alarm set for 6. Wow, he's an early riser. Medicinal supplies. Mirachrome. What's this?
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You may have notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Gart open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
I'm going to just say thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer.
It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's go?
Sure thing. I
am sure neither of us feels solid enough to keep loitering in this room. Let's go.
Okay, he doesn't want me looking at his stuff. Okay, I can go through my door, but I can't go through his door. Alright. Let's see, anything else new? Doubtfully up there. Oh, let's check. Yeah, maybe if I don't run. Okay, so actually the act of me running in game hurts. Oh, is there something on the table? What did she leave?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note, a few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him.
Huh?
P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
Okay, so she's still claiming innocence. A gift. Seems she left in a hurry. What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
At this point...
He's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note. Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay?
Yeah, another radio trap would be bad at this point. Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
Yep. So if she's still claiming innocence, what's the deal? Still, why would she go through all that? Unless she's being blatant and truthful about the fact that she herself didn't kill him, but somebody with her did? A red thread made of nylon that leads out of the room and onto the roof. Okay. A red thread. Thread of fate. I know the red thread of fate. Yeah, it could be symbolized that. I could be also thinking a little too deeply on this. What? Oh. Tied to the antenna. Okay. I think I might get... Oh, I have a skill point? I didn't even realize I had that. Okay, something I can put in. Visual calculus turns out might be helpful in this now, although I've already got it high at 7. Perception's maxed. Pain threshold, physical instrument. That's also proven pretty helpful. I don't have a third bullet. Let's see. Half-light is what again? Body tick interfacing, master machines, pick locks and pockets, reaction speed, hand-eye coordination. I am gonna go with... Let's max out interfacing. Or, you know what? Hold on. Logic. So, intellect is my strongest suit, and the funny thing is I've been spreading everything out. But then I kind of want to even everything out, I suppose. A little bit better. Okay, you know what? I'm going to max out interfacing. It'll be the last thing. I won't have to worry about that, at least. Excuse me. Okay, so interfacing is maxed out. I think that might end up coming in handy. Can't speak today. And my apologies. I know I'm starting late. But hoping I could still get a good hour of streaming in. Okay, still can't unlock these. I still don't get the deal as to why I can't unlock these. I don't know what the... I haven't read up on it. Again, I'm trying not to use any outside help whatsoever. That means I don't want to look up anything and then inadvertently find out a clue or something to the game. So I'm still trying to figure out how to unlock these, or what's the requisites for unlocking these. I mean, if somebody wants to give me a straight answer, I'm not going to turn it down. I'm just afraid to look on the web because I don't want to come across any spoilers whatsoever. Okay, well, I'll just have to deal with that. Okay, so we got a red thread. That's gotta be the bullet path? Wait, did she break a window? How is that even going through the window?
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Yeah, I figured that out already.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime. The island in the bay.
The island in the bay. Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
Well, I don't see how the antenna would support anybody shooting. And why stand on the antenna? Unless you're trying to throw off ballistics. There are ruins on the islet. Sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
And how did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
True.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof.
Staring at the glass.
At the glass.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
That's obvious. This is her way of saying I just don't know.
Indeed. Neither do I.
This is the only point of origin we haven't ruled out yet.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Well, I can understand that.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking into the cold distance across the water. There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
I remember an anti-aircraft gun or the ruins of one on the island from the coin-operated viewer. Kim, let's go to the fucking island. Go.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Okay, I'm going to the island. Are you in?
Of course, of course. I'm in. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
There's Lily in the net picker. She's tarring her boat. Tarring.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
It looks like, hey, I get to meet the lady again. Alright, let's get out of here. I didn't notice anything else back there, so I'm not... Or, you know what? Shoot. Did she take... How did she take down? It might have a clue. If she took the hidden path down in order to avoid some eyes, there might be something left in there. Maybe. It's a thought. She might not have wanted anybody to know she was leaving. I mean, she was leaving in a hurry. And if you want to get out in a hurry and not be seen, that secret path is the best one to take. I've got my detective brain going. Oh, and I've been thinking about another game to play other than, or since I completed The Evil Within. I've got The Evil Within 2, but I don't want to start that till October. You know, Halloween and all. But I did find another detective game that seems really interesting.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Okay, we already saw these. I thought that might have been different, but I'm not seeing anything else new. So maybe, I mean, it's still possible she took this path, but it might be of no consequence. Inconsequential? That word? Ugh, needed a sip of water. Okay, nothing out here. Okay, I wanted to pass through the Whirling Rags anyway. There's Gart. Let's talk to him real quick. See if he has anything new. Oh, there we go.
It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
Smart move.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now.
I'm a rich man.
This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Where did everyone go?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
And what happened to the man with the glasses, or the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Okay, so I have to mention when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
Okay, Gart's warming up to me.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
If you say it as two different words like that, it sounds like there's something wrong with your ass. Yeah, I guess you are badass. Just nod stoically. I'll acknowledge it. Well, I'll acknowledge it.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
Oh, that's nice.
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself. Stepping onto that balcony.
Excuse me, Sniffles. All right, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
All right, goodbye, Gart. Let's see here. The cops are gone. Hey, is Snooze Boy around? Oh, yeah, there's people missing now since, well, they're dead. Oh, jeez. I can't believe Liz got shot, too. All right, Titus. Let's talk to you.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
His hand is covered in bruises and half plastered. Still, this hulking lump of man is glad to be alive.
Excuse me.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Shake it, no need to thank me, just doing my job. Shake his hand and nod in silence. I don't think he'd take the just doing my job bit. I'll just nod in silence and shake his hand.
Now, how can I help you?
I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Dio was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Lizzie and Angus, they were just stupid kids. Didn't realize the shit they got into before it was too late. I feel responsible for both. For all of them, really.
And I felt bad. There were some feels there.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
They were good people. I'm not gonna. They were good people. I'm sorry it went like that. I'm gonna just say they were good people. I'm sorry it went that like that.
Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
What does that mean?
It means you might die tomorrow. So live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas?
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
I can't argue with that.
Or you might die of a heart failure or syphilis.
Eugene.
Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
So what's going to happen to the Hardy Boys now?
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows. and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
You know what happened to Klasha?
Don't know? Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Well, considering what they put him through, I'm pretty sure he did like her, though.
Nope.
Nope.
He did.
Okay, got it.
He nods and takes another sip of whiskey.
Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other. Okay.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in Janro. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Rebacho.
I'm not really a boob guy, to be quite honest. But hey, okay. Whatever floats your boat.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
What are you saying, Eugene?
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
Kim.
It sincerely amuses him how hard these guys typecast themselves.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
So long, fellas. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Copo Loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Finally got their respect. Jesus.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
I'll mention it.
I will, capo. That's a promise. Now scoot, because the Hardy Boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Bino Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
As I flash everybody with my frickin' flashlight. Does this guy have anything new to say? I did speak to his buddy.
Hi again, gendarme.
Okay, that's locked, so
Bye-bye, gendarme.
bye-bye. And the cops are gone. You don't say jack shit. Okay, off I go. We still have Lillian to speak to. You know, I'm gonna take a peek at where all the lorries were parked, see if they're actually gone. Oh, what the hell? Un jour je serai de retour Predito? Well, I'm looking at it. Let's see. Come on, look at it.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar.
Oh, yeah. Painter. Let's see. Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found words for a masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way.
I
Safer.
could. Some of it mine. I wonder if blood can be used in some fashion. That would be bad. Oh, and his buddy's gone. Renee. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick save. Real quick. I'm just being careful. I've been doing some work on the files on my PC and don't want to mess things up. Actually, since he's just already there, let's talk to him. It'll be another one of those days. I just realized day 7 already?
Care to play a game with a lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it.
Oh no.
But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep
Renee
shadow
too?
over his wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Was he killed during the mercenary tribunal?
Oh, he would have liked that. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers
Oh, no.
found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
You think our conversation about his job pushed him to go there?
No, René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Is it really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He did.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Something mean?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a Kant, and he died a Kant. Let's leave it at that.
Here's something to remember your friends by. Give him the photograph of Renee and the girl.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny... I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
Oh, no problem, Gaston.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
Old people die. You better get ready to. No, I'm not going to be that. Maybe my next playthrough, but not now. I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
I want to go over a few more things about Renee, if that's okay.
Yes.
Oh, no.
René,
Yes,
it is what I just don't know.
Okay, I'm just skipping
anymore.
those because those were already
anything,
said.
Really. But you,
All right. Now, well, since I got the idea, oh, let's talk to him.
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
Alive and limping.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
Still looking around, loose threads to tie up.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
Oh, okay. I met the lady driver in my investigation. She's called Ruby.
Okay.
Is it wise to share information about the case like this, sire? The lieutenant throws you a quick glance. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's it. Can't share anymore.
That's probably for the best. You keep your job to yourself. With a job like yours, you have to.
All right. Let's end this one for now. And looks like the trucks are still here. For the most part. Well, he's still here anyway. I kind of thought these would have been moved along. But I guess not. Oh, okay, well the strikers are gone. I don't think I'm gonna bother talking to Everard right now. I think it'd probably end up just ticking me off. Let's oh yeah, wait. His lorry's here and I can interact with it, so
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big,
Nope.
heavy grog.
I'm gonna leave. Okay. I'll talk to him. What's his name? In a little bit. Just want to go in here, maybe buy some smokes. Got any smokes? Oh, do I have any tear?
The tear machine stands
Nope.
in the corner.
All right. How about you?
Is this about the questions again?
No, I just want some smokes.
A small cabinet
specific
on the wall
reasons.
is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, I don't see where to buy smokes. That's alcohol, I thought.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Oh, okay, so there are cigarettes up there. I will buy
Here you
one.
go, mister.
I could buy wine. There is that one story, but I have a feeling I'm going to need the $30 vodka. The question is, do I want to pay $30 right now? I might wait to see if I can garner more cash. This is just a huge chunk of change. It's more than half of what I got. But I got the cigarettes already, so I'll leave it at that. Alright. Oh, this gentleman up here. See if he has anything new to share.
The boyardero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Danger comes with the whatever. Lifestyle, right?
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wildlife, not bullets. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true boyadero heart.
Right, so where is everyone?
Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being.
Oh, so it is locked up. You can't help me get inside?
No, man. Not today. Today is war.
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
So what's gonna happen next?
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
And what will you be doing now?
I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am.
Oh, sorry, got the sniffles. Trying not to sneeze into the mic.
Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll do good.
You know it, friend.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. Alright, so a little bit. Not a whole lot new, but yeah, it doesn't look like I'm getting inside. No problem. I'm gonna go walk around this direction on my way back over to Lillian. Again, to see if there's anything new. I've kind of thought they would have cleared this up by now. But I am wrong. Well, then again, there is no getting in or out of the harbor, so that's a thing. There's
lorry
rubies.
abandoned by its owner.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that. There's no point. No point that I can see anyway. Is that a bottle? Oh wait, I don't have. Oh, that I don't know if that's a bottle. I just realized I don't have my bag out. Let's replace the. Yeah. Do I still have my gun out? I just realized I still might have my gun. Let's use the crowbar. Okay, that is not tear. Oh, cigarette. Oh, do I? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Let's take a look. Let's put that in hand.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Already you regret it, looking at the pack. But don't worry. You can come back to this later. The army of Smokes is honorable and faithful to you. You have your entire life to return to it. The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull. The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters. The flames warmed him too. Not at all in a bad way.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
I see you were wounded in the recent altercation. A speedy recovery to you, officer.
Okay, just thought I'd stop through and make pit stops all the way back to Lillian since we have to visit her, and I'm wondering if I get a discount.
Now, what can I do for you?
Ah, nope. Okay. Well, on our way to Lillian. Oh god, I can't believe all that transpired that last video. All that transpired and all the people lost already. It's still blowing my mind. Still trying to wrap my head around it. It makes me wonder how close I am to actually... I mean, I still don't consider it solved. I hope they don't consider it solved. Still gotta figure out where that bullet came from.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy.
Nope, no phasmid. Okay, I'm gonna continue to check these traps too. I mean, why not? I might as well check the traps, actually, before talking to Lillian, because I have no idea if and when I will actually be back here. I mean, things have changed so drastically now that who's to say that I might not be back here for a long while. So, just to make sure, I'm gonna take a look at these traps. And, oh, and then there's... That one woman said, or... Shoot. To get in touch with the archer, I might need the church lady's help. I wonder if she has a task set for me too.
Dead and dying locusts. Poor thing.
No phasmid. 2 more traps to check. No hidden tear anywhere. I thought there was a trap. There he is.
A few locusts trudge along the poor thing.
Okay, no phasmid there either. I'm gonna hit the north one. Talk to the church lady on the way back in regards to helping me contact the archer. I know I said I couldn't pay. I wonder if that option to pay is something that can come up, or I still have to perform some type of task. I am not going the right way. There we go. Now, if I remember correctly, that last trap was right around... I still have to get in there. That bunker or whatever it is. There you are. And the last trap.
And dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Poor things. Okay, so no phasmid yet. Not lucky enough. So, quick stop at the church. See if I can't get her assistance, or if she has that task she mentioned. Were those green spots up there before? I can't remember. Alright, is church lady here? Yep, she's here.
Yes, what is it?
Nothing new. Crap. Okay. Well, can't do anything with her. I'm guessing I will be back here eventually then. Excuse me. Well. I think there's nothing left to do except for I'll do one last check with the washerwoman. She may... I mean, I'm wondering where, like, if Klasia would have had to pass through here. Was she seen by anybody? And she has the digs on everything.
Policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
I guess you were right. The men with the guns were coming for me, after all. Or, that's not right. No time to jokes, can't you see him in pain? They weren't really coming for me.
What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous situations all the time. Sometimes they get shot. It's a rough trade you're in.
That's true. Alright, I'm off. Nothing really new there. Okay, let's talk to Lillian. Actually, you know what? Before I do, I know I keep getting distracted. I just want to check to see if anything was left here. Oh, there's the boat. Yeah. Okay. Talk to Lillian, see if we can't get to the island. I had a nice time with her.
Officer Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
That's nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you got banged up real good. What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guilaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You didn't only get shot.
I should see the other guys. I dodged the second shot. I can also get not shot.
Well, good for you.
Okay, I have a question for you. I'm not going to get that morbid with her.
Of course.
We need to get
Can
to
I
that...
help you with something?
I'm a little quick on the gun here. We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat? What's on the island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars. Might as well get some info.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I
Really?
know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
And 2 days of sunshine. Just got a bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
You got it,
course,
ma'am.
It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Nod along attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
I'm marrying this lady. Is there anything we should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay, from the south side.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay. Be seeing you. Let's go talk to her kids, the twins, and see if we can't get more information. It's a good thing we're doing this because it might open up opportunities later on I've had better luck with this kid. Wait, what's this? Is that... Oh, no, okay. I thought there was a separate thing to click on there.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
How the hell do these kids survive alone on a raft?
Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells.
Bullet shells?
There are a lot of them left over from the war. But this could be important.
Okay, wait, you mean shells?
I don't know what those are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Oh, there's somebody there.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on that island?
No.
No?
Yes.
What?
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
Okay.
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Away.
Don't say that, he didn't.
Your father didn't kill himself.
I don't know.
Oh, these kids are odd.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Okay, bye kids. That was kind of helpful. Alright, looks like I am off to the island. Take that boat. South side, just in case that's a
skiff
choice.
With a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Let's take one quick look at... Go to the island. Are you... Peon, take on low responsibility. Determine where the shot came from. Sing karaoke, which I have not done. And the race enigma thing. Okay, you know what? I think I'm good. Let's get to that island. I'm going to go ahead and take the boat.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
Oh, shut up, brain.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. Get in and ride to the island. Captain Morgan pose. That's awesome. I don't think I'm steering, so at least Kim's got a handle on that. Oh, this is so weird, so cool.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Okay, I had to be silent there because I was just enjoying the moment. That was beautiful. Whether you're into that type of music or not, it just fits the game perfectly, and it also fit that setting perfectly. I can't stop gushing about how much I've been loving this game. But let's continue on.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
Oh, we got a skill point. All right. Let's see. What can I spend that on? Visual calculus might be good, considering what we might find here. Rhetoric, I'm not quite sure about. Hand-eye coordination, I do want to increase as well. Let's see. Visual calculus is already at 7, so I might be able to forego that for now. Reaction speed might also be good. I already maxed out interfacing. Shivers, empathy, authority. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. Let's go with reaction speed. I don't know why, but that very well might come in handy. Or there's conceptualization, which does not have a point in it as of yet. Oh god, decisions. I'm gonna go with reaction speed. Alright. And I'm gonna do a quick save here so nothing mucks. Oops, I just hit my mic. So nothing mucks up. Let's take a quick gander around. I didn't say anything. The rest of the chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
That leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
Oh, that's a thought.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it off from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at what's down here first, see if there's anything worth investigating. On the ground here. What's this? Tires falling apart. Okay. Okay. Alright. I can't get past that. Get some birds flying around. Anything down here? Looks like an oil slick. Okay, going up here, and you know what? I am at an hour. This looks like it might be a good place to end. We've got a new place to search. Continue looking on the case. So, yep, I will call it here for now. We'll continue this tomorrow. And we'll discover all new things, I hope. This is getting really, really interesting. So, I'm so excited. Still can't wrapping my head around everything that's happened recently, but oh god. It's just, I'm loving this game so far. Really loving it. Can't wait to get into it again tomorrow. I'll be putting this up on YouTube. So if you missed anything previously, in the beginning of the video, be sure to go to YouTube, to my YouTube channel. Link is in the my Twitch channel page. Follow me here so you can get notifications when I go on live. Subscribe to me on YouTube so you also get notifications when I put the videos up after my stream. I also have other videos. I do have plans for some horror games come October, so be on the lookout for that. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you were entertained, and I will see you again later. Have a good night, and bye-bye.